Hello and welcome to Suffering. The day after a perfect game. One of the most embarrassing things I think I've ever seen. And hopefully we can be less embarrassed after this game. Hi, I'm Bulldog. I'm a CLG fan and currently regretting my life decisions. This is my analysis of CLG. I've been doing this for the. I did this all last split, and I plan on continuing it. It is going to be very, very, very painful to keep doing this, but why not? Screw it. Okay, let's get into the pick ban. So Centric keeps getting banned, which is interesting. So I don't know. I would probably ban Aphelios here since we don't have first pick, and Stixay clearly doesn't. Stixay doesn't know how to play against it clearly. So. And the Graves ban. Okay. They should first pick the Aphelios here. Yep. Then we're gonna pick the Ezreal and a support, probably like the Lulu, and just get bodied.
Alright, well, into the champ select. We got Aphelios. He's picked up a bucket. He's trying to. He's got a bucket.
Or Trundle. Trundle Ornn would be really good.
I'll take with the Aphelios. We talked about a lot of the pros in the last game.
Because then you can pick the Ornn very comfortably without having that Trundle counter, and it just puts them in a weird spot. So, and honestly, I don't think it matters too much what Stixay plays into the Aphelios. He showed he doesn't really know how to play into it. Ornn's open. I didn't like Ruin on it. Oh my god, don't pick Misfortune. What the fuck are you doing? Why would you pick Misfortune now? Ornn's a power pick. I mean, you could be if you have confidence in the game playing for Ruin. That's very good. It's like a counter to Ornn, and you have the Trundle, which is fine. So. Locking in the Lee Sin. Lee Sin isn't anything terribly special. I'm not a huge fan of it.
First thing they told me when they're like, "Oh, Potluck's in the LCS now." Well, watch out for his Lee Sin because he is pretty much Lee Sin.
And there's the Ornn, giving up a power pick for Misfortune. I don't like that. So we better have some sort of fucking counter planned. Like the Gangplank, or I don't know if there's anything else.
Always like to see people on those comfort picks, especially in a situation
Aatrox. I don't know if Aatrox wins that.
Has to still get used to playing against opponents of a higher caliber. Give him that thing that he can fall back. Give him that bread.
I don't think Aatrox is that good there. Because Ornn just rushes Bramble Vest and kind of bodies the matchup. Like, Ruin has played Aatrox well in the past. So now I expect it's going to be the support and mid pools choked out because that's what we haven't picked on either side. We don't like the LeBlanc. Ica is a Zoe one trick, so I would ban that out because he doesn't play anything else. I would ban the Zoe because Aika doesn't play anything else terribly well.
Zoe's one of those champions
That mid lane is where you can get a big advantage. I don't like the Cassiopeia ban. I would prefer to Phelios because you have to remember you're banning against Aika. Are you just trying to give him the Zoe? My cat's behind me, and she's also named Zoe, so she thinks I'm talking to her, but I'm not.
It depends on if they are going to try and utilize the
They
global mid laners.
banned
We do get
the
the
Zoe?
Happy to see that. Now it's up to Galio and Twisted Fate.
Okay.
For my preferences, I love playing those champions right now.
I do like the Nautilus there, going very aggressive into the Aphelios is the way to go.
Trying to push the wave and help out the side lanes. I think that would be highly beneficial for them to try and blind right now because it's not going to get punished super hard.
Braum is just a really good pick into Misfortune in general. So now we're probably going to see some more unorthodox picks in the mid lane here, since there have been 6 mid laners banned out. Oh, and the Orianna is up, and there really isn't like a confident counter pick into Orianna. She just goes neutral in almost every matchup. So
they've got a little element of surprise from Potluck Lee Sin. Hoping to see big things from that to see what the rest.
I mean, that's a very balanced comp from Immortals. Diana, who's pretty much just like worse Orianna.
All right, Diana
But
locked in here for the side of CLG. This is one of those champions.
I don't know how it's pretty snowbally. I guess it can make bigger side lane impact. But
she either does negative damage, and I just wonder, wait, how are you even in the game? You don't hurt any of the other champions, or she shows up and I'm dead before I can see her character. So
yeah,
she just has so much
so
potential. She gets ahead, snowball the entire game and delete everything.
I don't agree with the Cassiopeia ban. When Poe Belter showed he played it well. I don't like that.
Your next step of reaction, when you have that view of a champion, your next step is whether I'm on the team of that champion or
But
against the team.
overall, a decent draft. I would have preferred the Ornn, but Ruin doesn't really play it well, so I can understand getting the Trundle and then essentially forcing them into the Ornn and then getting the counter pick of your choice. So that's not a bad draft strategy. If it's a champion you don't play well, but you obviously have to play against, so that's fine. I mean, the mid lane pool got choked out super hard. I don't love that early MF. I mean, Callista Varus were banned. And then, I mean, Ezreal is the next best AD carry. Oh my god. Oh my god, Smoothie.
What are we talking about?
You would have killed him.
Now that we've got the emotes, you have to do the face.
Like, that could have been a kill.
Come on. Where's the emo game? See, we got to give him like a couple of weeks to get used to.
So, this is essentially a test to see if we are as pathetic as we looked yesterday. So, we should win. We are the more talented roster by such an insane margin. Like, every single player in every single role is a better player than the opposing team. But our communication is just awful. And, like, we don't communicate well on a macro or a micro level. We don't communicate about the positions of champions, their paths that they took out, and on, like, the timing. Okay, here's the timing of when I'm gonna be here, whatnot. So, I mean, that's that is the biggest thing that this roster needs to improve on. Our laning phase was fine yesterday, and Evil Geniuses is one of the better teams. Like, in terms of individual laning skill, we were mostly fine.
Similar story to what
But
we saw in the previous one, where although one team does have Norn, he is
it just,
the lone mega tank on that squad. So
I don't know,
the ulti target's
it just did not,
predetermined before
it just snowballed out of control with that miscommunication about the Poppy. I mean, that's a really, really good timing on the level 2. Like, that was really well done there, and it's gonna get you a small CS lead. Stixay got all the farm. Pobelter probably will be down in CS to start with, just because he's playing Diana, and yeah, Diana just gets outlaned by Orianna pretty hard. Melee to range. Ruin is posturing really well here. And, I mean, Soaz is a pretty weak laner, in my opinion, at this point in his career. So, I would expect Ruin to win this really, really hard. Yeah, I didn't catch what really happened there, so will you let me rewind? Holy crap. So, who came in to gank first? Okay, so Wiggly came in to gank, then it was a counter gank, and getting out with just burning one flash. I mean, that's fine. You super hard lose that 2v2, so you only lost Wiggly's splash. So not exactly the worst situation to be in. Pobelter does have to watch out for the return. Oh, you could get gate here. Forcing a flash out of gate. That's good. See, that was a well-coordinated gank. Hey. So, let's look. I want to see. So, yeah, they start walking forward now. And they get the hook, followed by the pillar, and just good work. And they use the slow to help, the Misfortune E to help slow them in order to make sure the CC landed. So, now that you've gotten the small advantage, will you just back out in time and be fine? Now, yeah, just run away from that Wiggly because you will die. And pretty much all of our lanes are even, which against a Lee Sin, that's what you want.
I'd say that the Trundle now is going to be pretty far behind in experience.
Yeah, and the Trundle will be behind in experience, which happens. Like, that's expected of the matchup, but Trundle becomes so much more useful later on. They know gate is there. They don't really have the help rotating over. You just need to get out before you die. Okay. I mean, good heal by Wiggly. They forced out the heal. That was advantage them.
In this man's eyes, as his mind's telling him no, but his body, Kobe, his body is telling him yes as he takes that resident.
They're going super aggressive. This needs to be communicated. Hey, their support isn't here, so they.
Pobelter being dove on, looking to turn things around. Potluck grabs the first blood, and Aka will.
See, that's something that needs to be communicated. Because, okay, can you please stop? So, okay, what all can, I don't want to open that. So, they can see them going there, and they're going through a pocket of vision, so there's no vision. But yeah, your question mark pinging there.
Strike in. Won't be able to find the kill.
So, right now, you should be telling Ruin to get in position to teleport. Because that's the way you counter this. You teleport in with Ruin as soon as you see this Lee Sin. You see this Lee Sin now. As soon as you see that, boom, you should start channeling the teleport.
Let's see if
And then you can stop this dive. But there isn't any sort of teleport, because you can win that 2v3 because they're so low, they're under tower. Because he almost comes out with one kill. And then you just, if you're Poe Belter, you play it differently. Because you just, you have flash, and you can use that to stall. Here he's just, his only play is, okay, I have to try and trade a kill. But he can just have some fancy feet. If he has the teleport coming in, and try and just stall until they can 2v3.
Get on the scoreboard board first.
His heart is telling him yes, his mind is telling him yes, and his team is telling him yes.
So
That is the important part.
that's how you counter that play.
Nerves of steel to walk up to the Diana under
And let's see the exact point.
because it takes nerves of steel.
So
to
1,
walk up to the Diana
2,
under the tower.
3,
Aka says, "I got the
4.
tower."
Right now is when Aatrox would be coming in with a speed buff. He's coming in right there. He Qs once, kills the Lee Sin, chases down the Orianna, who's very low. Or he just kills the Braum, and he gets 2 kills. But instead, he just went back to lane with it to go even.
First down pot left because he's not at that critical level 6 yet, and it's a successful dive.
You give up a wave or 2 for 2 kills there. Like,
Continue on, not just
so
with the attempt on dive on bottom, but making the play mid.
that was just not terribly well done.
But it's been a successful reset for him.
And he maybe could have chased down the 3rd kill because he probably would have gotten level 6 and gotten that out. But good quick rotation here. And good job stalling that out to make sure you guys secure the dragon. That was well done. Well played around dragon. It needed to more aggressively use that TP to prevent the dive. Especially when it was such a risky dive by them. I mean, like, the only reason it worked out is because Diana was level 5 and we didn't send any sort of counter.
because it's not a team fight. That was clean.
Definitely true. So they get
Alright.
gold stuff.
I'm gonna pause for a second and let my cat out of my room. Go.
Yeah, so he
Let's go back into this. So now Poe Belter's pretty far behind because he lost several waves to that as well. So that was a huge swing in the mid lane for them. And he just can't contest for a while. They just get to aggressively posture with the priority they have off of that mid lane. So that's a huge swing. But that is very well done by Wiggly. Playing it very safe and just getting the smite. And basically negating the Orianna roam and negating a bit of that advantage. Because Ori loses a couple of creeps to tower. And it starts to level out even out the experience here. And you do... Oh! Wow! I want to see that again. So Poe Belter, this is good communication because Poe Belter pushes it in. Wiggly was like, "Hey, jungle and mid or river." So Poe Belter's like, "Well, I can roam up." Ruin starts hard shoving this in the tower to what is this? Hard shoving it into tower to get the minions in position so that he and Pobelter can dive. They both have flash. They start the dive. Just burns down and just gets out. He didn't need to flash, but just works out really well. Now Ruin has a big lead. Thanks, all of that. A lot of that comes off of that smite play by Wiggly, by getting that vision, by telling them where they are, and then Pobelter playing well off of that information and taking advantage of it. So that is a good aggressive play, and really swings the disadvantage you had earlier from the dive. So very well done, and that's what you want to do with the Diana. You want to make high impact plays in side lanes. And our bot lane just getting fucking bodied by Aphelios. What else is new? Just ban this champion in the future. They don't know how to play against it.
Go the hell home. You do not want anything to do with this.
Like,
Yeah, Altec and Gate with a successful move for themselves. This is another area of
Stixay and Smoothie just don't know how to play against this champion.
I know most
So
of the focus for everybody was WTF, why X50 out here, who is Potluck, what's going on with these switches. But Hakuro was also a pretty big sign for them in the bottom lane, and it was pretty surprising for him not to be in there for the starting roster in the summer. And this is kind of
I mean, if you can get a return, like, get some return pressure, snowball this Aatrox quite a bit, that'll put you in a great spot. But this might not go well, because now Altec's here. You at least have vision of that, and you can send your bot lane up to match. Sorry for the random stuttering. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm seeing that too, so you're not going insane. I think it's something with this stream. So, I mean, you didn't. There wasn't any huge difference there, like any huge impact made. I mean, it's just playing around the Rift Herald now. Like, Pobelter is ahead in well, they're pretty even in experience. Down a little bit in CS. Ruin's ahead in CS. Like, Potluck's there. You do have the priority from Pobelter. So you're gonna get this Rift Herald by keeping Ruin up top and starting that, and Soaz isn't able to push in all that quickly, so you don't lose that much. You lose 10-ish CS from that for for that Rift Herald, which could turn into a bunch of plates. You lose a tower plate and a couple, like, a wave or two. Oh, great sidestep. And Smoothie is just on fire. Oh my gosh. Stixay. Soaz makes his way into the top side now as well. The Orn, his way into Smoothie once again. Watch this from Stixay. He starts it before the Brum ulti hits. If he starts it after the Brum ulti, all three of them are sitting in there. But that's just a horrible mechanical misplay. And, like, you chunk them so much lower. Pobelter comes in, able to clean up. That swings very differently. I want to... So, I want to watch this again. So, I don't know if you know... They don't know Potluck's here until now. I mean, Smoothie, mechanical misplay, misses the Nautilus hook, which, you know, makes them have to go farther forward than they want to. And then, see, they aggressively use TP here. Sticks a mechanical misplay. That's just 2 mechanical misplays from the bot lane. That's just horrible mechanical misplays.
But it is still a 2-for-0 play coming out of Immortal.
I'm gonna need to see that replay in slow motion because I believe Gate casted the Braum ultimate. You can see the animation, him jumping in the air.
But it's not immediately that the
gets hit by the tip of it, which instantly cancels it. Regardless, the aftermath means since teleport top from SOAS to get those kills,
I guess Ruin, like, Ruin has to just like solo carry, but good rotation for the Dragon because you have positioning bot lane. You know you have the teleport advantage. So you push in mid, you push in bot, and you posture around the Dragon. That's well done. Especially playing around the Rift Herald. So you can't, like, your first tower, getting that, and now you have a great position around the Dragon. Stixxay doesn't have ult. You don't have 2 of your ults, but they don't have Ornn, so they can't fight it. They just have to go for the steal. If you play it slow, play it safe, and just well done. So.
Yeah, Stixxay making good use of the extra move speed that MF gets passively off of her W there. Nice dodge from him.
Like, that was so bad. Because, like, if you hit that hook. So, let's say he hits this hook. Who's he? He's going for ult tech. He hits the hook. Then Stixxay can immediately ulti. Immediately ulti ult tech, who's right here. And stunned up. You just kill him. You just kill him, and then it's a 2v3, and there's nothing IMT can do.
Yeah, Stixxay. The Braum ultimate was already cast.
So,
Gate gets a nice tipper on him because that's unlucky.
Like, you just have to hit your... You just have to mechanically play that better. In a macro sense, you played it pretty well, but mechanically terrible. Pobelter is playing well. Proud of him. Yeah, and we're getting the dragon stacking. We're not that far behind in gold. They do scale significantly harder. So, but I guess the Trundle does negate some of that Ornn scaling. Misfortune scales better than most people assume.
So, you see like a Cloud Soul or something, sometimes you're like, you know what? I'm not worried.
I mean,
but
unless you got like
they knew something was up there, so
but not with Ocean Soul, man.
it's
Nobody
fine.
looks at Ocean Soul and goes, no
Ruin.
big deal. Everybody wants to fight over this stupid thing. And that's
Ruin finishing his Black Cleaver, just in a pretty good position.
Let's build our healing reduction early because you're always going to get value.
You are talking about
yeah, especially when like 2 of the champions have Conqueror. Like,
you think they're gonna do it for an Ocean Soul when it's only on 2 Drakes?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. League of Legends
and for like Trundle and Aatrox, like,
we've gotten better about buying Executioner's Calling.
Executioner is pretty good.
But
I honestly think it's just the production that's causing the stuttering from Riot's side. So
on even the 3rd dragon to set up the possibility of an Ocean Soul. So we've got plenty of time here. Currently, Orianna's still trying to stack up the Seraphar, Aik in the mid lane.
Okay. Yeah, he did back on a ward. Like, yeah, that's a good teleport. Yeah, and you just die. So you have to try and do... Yep. Just see, those are the things that Ruin does that hurt him as a player. He does unnecessarily aggressive stuff instead of taking the extra 2 to 5 seconds to do something safe. And it costs us constantly.
You've got an extra 30-second lead here where Soaz is going to get into secondary turret. Topside turrets are hurt. Bo Belter's going all in on Aka, and they do trade the flash.
Poe Belter didn't flash.
No summoner spells.
They didn't trade flash. Poe Belter just did that so cleanly it looked like a flash. So well played by him, but
And with the top lane turret falling, you're now seeing Immortals approaching a nearly 3,000 gold lead. Lots of money building up for these guys. And remember, the Ornn level 11 now, once he gets to level 13, that's when you're going to see that gold lead
And
be increased even more than it already looks.
Ornn probably starts to win this 1v1 right now because he has the Bramble Vest. He just has a ton of armor. Like, yeah, you could go for Rift Herald. I mean, you have TP disadvantage right now. Okay, you have even TPs with Poe Belter. Ika has ult, so Poe Belter doesn't yet. Oh, I think he does now. Okay.
Well, it looks like
So, I mean, I guess if your goal was to bait them up there to spend resources while you go do Dragon, that's okay. You have Poe Belter TP. Dragon's up in 15. You can just kind of rush it down. But
Alright, well, the first party got canceled. It just kind of turned into a Bible study instead. Let's see what happens in the bottom side river here now.
okay, they dropped Herald mid, and they get that. I mean, I think we're just posturing around Dragon right now. You have to do something here. Okay, or not. Yeah. I mean, if you can get the tower, it's not worth, but it's at least something. So you traded a little bit. Poe Belter should win that between the two, just because Soaz has built nothing but armor. Extremely well played. But I forgot, Ornn is a ranged tanky melee assassin. Like, that's stupid. Orange should never win that in that situation. He's even in levels, and he has no magic resist, and Smoothie just getting caught out and having to burn flash. But Orange shouldn't win that.
Almost getting the kill, unfortunately, not close enough, so Smoothie walks away from that one, but Alltech is still just incredibly scary on this Aphelios. 3-0 and 1.
But this is just sad. Like, we should be winning this, but we're not.
You can see they're also putting these wards down in between top lane and mid lane. This is the advantage they bought themselves by making sure they have all three of those outer turrets gone. They can move up more safely, set down this vision, and look for these pins.
Alright, so Flowers, we have yet to see the CLG Wombo, which selects is set
I don't
up
know if we know how to use the Wombo,
with a
which is
Diana
just,
engage over an MF ultimate.
yeah,
That's
Diana Nautilus over MF. Like, Poe Belter looks good.
Nautilus is able to get a good dredge line, and Diana can get over there to hold them
But
together.
bot lane has mechanically misplayed so hard. Ruin just forgoes the little things, and it screws him constantly. Wiggly has kind of been a non-factor. So
CLG still keeping the game close enough to contest, though. Remember, although both these teams did start off with a loss in their first game of the split, Immortals was much closer than CLG's was. CLG literally getting perfect games in their opening summer split game. So just the fact that they're keeping this game within winnable distance feels a lot better than that, right? Like nobody wants to go into the
Except it's such a significantly worse team that losing to this team is just as bad as losing a perfect game to Evil Geniuses.
I like the fact that they're keeping it close enough to win, and you already mentioned the Wombo win condition. Even if you're down that much gold, you can still make things happen. I still remember the 2017 Worlds groups game between EDG and SKT, where SKT's down 10,000 gold, but they have Rakan and they have Orianna, and they Wombo combo it, and they come back and they win because they land the Wombo properly. It's all about that if they can make it happen.
Holy shit! Did we actually just hit a proper Nautilus hook? Holy shit! Holy shit!
But it's Soaz taken down. Ruin now falls on the back end of things, but it's Gate who's likely going to drop here next. He manages to barely get away thanks to the flash, but that is...
I want to watch that again. I'm so shocked. Smoothie. Oh my god, that was so good. Look at this. The frickin' Trundle Pillar makes it so Altec gets knocked into the hook and gets 90% of his health gone. You have the double flank from your two side laners. You force out the TP, and they're just low. And you get the knock up. Pobelter just flash ulties and kills two of them instantly. And on the back end, nobody dies. And the only person that got a kill on Immortals was Gate. Holy cow. It's about time something happened. And good call to do this, because Ika's low.
Looking for another pick there. The Trundle Pillar not enough, since Brom can just jump over to Aka. They were thinking about starting up that Baron because
yeah.
that's a big window.
Dragon's up in 40, so I would start setting up for that.
And death timers at
but
22.5 minutes, not quite long enough right now.
Holy cow.
Man, Flowers,
it's about time.
Talking about the comeback team,
like, Smoothie hit a hook on an important person, aided by Wiggly, and then you were able to miss Fortune ult, and then Diana ult. And, like, that's how you body the Aphelios. And once the Aphelios is gone, you win the fight. If you kill the Aphelios, they can't do anything against you, because Orianna only does so much, and is building horribly, horribly wrong. Holy shit. Holy shit, that Orianna is building horribly. Now, we got that. See, we got that big fight, and we won it. But then we did nothing with it.
No rush onto the Baron because Ruin actually went down in the tower shot, and then Immortals getting
We did nothing with it, which is sad. But holy crap, is Ika building like ass. He should have a... Oh my gosh. He should have a Luden's Leandries. And other people, like the AD, should have the Grievous Wounds. Wow.
Are taking up their positions here in this bottom lane, but critically, it's Ruin who has the TP. Soaz who's still missing his for about half the cooldown.
So, like, okay, good job on getting that. I would set up around Baron and probably start that bitch. Okay, they're going after Ruin. Go, go, start Baron. Start Baron. You know multiple of them are down there, don't you? You had a window to do Baron. And you have good sustained damage. Misfortune isn't great, but Diana's good. in terms of sustained damage to an objective,
under fire a lot,
especially with
Trundle and
she has 3 items.
both
She is
have lots of healing.
she does mucho damage.
Aatrox,
Holy shit.
plus the soul is going
And
to be
Aatrox is pretty strong. I mean, Ornn is just a monster at this point.
We'll get use out of. Yeah, that's not it.
Good flash.
Oh, hey, they got the flash. They got the flash. Stixay did need to flash there in order to make sure that
Good flash by Stixay to get out of that.
So consider that a win if you're Immortals. You wait for the Ornn ulti cooldown to come back up and then you try it.
All right, Potluck opening up an opportunity here. Stixay, yeah, we'll have no summoners for the setup. Crab is gonna be
But
around the Baron.
like, it doesn't really open up
That would be
that big of
very big if
an
you could
opportunity
some guaranteed vision.
because you
Actually walk in there right now.
used your most important
Be
ulti.
able to get it before Potluck even gets
So now CLG gets to just lay vision down for free near Baron and get control there.
CLG showing they can still keep themselves in this game, getting themselves to a point where they're honestly just slightly ahead in gold, and by slightly I mean I'm pretty sure it's less than 100.
Nope.
Really not a lead to be
We're like,
but
it's like completely even at this point. So
is now anybody's
playing around objectives is going to be huge.
execution, which is exactly what I said I wanted to see back in Champions. I said there's so many holes in each of these ships. It's not just one little thing here, one
Like,
little thing there for both of these teams to fix. There's a lot of things. The whole
I'm surprised Stixay is ahead in gold.
has to
How?
level up. And one of the best
Maybe you got
things
shut down gold.
is be challenged in different ways throughout the game. So now that they've both reached this point where, hey, we're 26 minutes in, everything's established. This is the team fighting part of the game. Now we get to see who's the better team. Now we're gonna
Altec has the Molten Edge, which is scary.
who had the bigger bucket of water to get things back into sailing shape.
All right, I think the call from Immortals should be to delay because they have very critical timers coming up. Flash on Aka and Altec are both synced, and they only have to delay another 30 seconds, in which time there's not going to be a spawn of the Ocean Dragon. They've got an extra minute there, so as long as they didn't get baited into,
Why?
some sort of
Why are we
fight,
just giving up mid tower?
have vision on it, I
What the
think it's
fuck?
really good. Big flash advantages.
What?
Sixdays is still going to be down, and Altec has everything available. Potluck might get a little bit of
Okay.
Boy,
Okay, that is a very good wombo.
Stixay firing off the bullet time. Altec's in a pretty bad spot here, but a good stopwatch will keep him alive for a moment.
Okay.
Over the wall, but it will not be enough.
I guess that's why, because we just killed them all.
POV into the back lines. On
So,
the carries, and right
yeah.
to the heart of Immortals. These
Potluck is
guys
alive,
are
but
just
so as should
erasing.
die here.
And CLG find yet another fight.
I just say it as long
Wow.
as Immortals
And now they're
don't
just gonna hit
fight.
Pinata for like the next 3 minutes.
Mhm.
Takes forever to kill.
As
Now
long
go-
as
go
they
Baron.
don't fight
Just
right
go Baron,
now,
take Baron,
they're
and
gonna
then you
have
rotate, take Dragon.
advantage.
And then you
CLG has
have
Immortals
really
red-handed, and Immortals actually
broken
did
this game
themselves
open.
up against the
I wanna
Ravens
rewatch the setup to that because I was pissed to start with.
because
Now we're gonna establish
So-
the team fighting part of the game.
I think the call from an Aka and Altec are both synced, and they only have
So
to
what?
wait another 30 seconds.
I don't know what they're calling here.
Time, there's not gonna be a
Are they
spot
saying
for Dragon.
use this as bait to get a flank?
So as long as they didn't get baited into some sort of Baron fight, while they
So are they planning on just using this as a flank? I think they're planning the double flank here, and they just get them all in the same spot. And good work by Smoothie to ulti the right person
Firing off the
and
bullets.
just
Altec's in a pretty bad spot here, but a good stop
getting
watch
him
for
caught
a
out.
moment. Flash
And
over the wall, but it will not be enough.
yeah, I mean that was a 200 IQ play.
through the Immortals roster,
Really well
they
done.
will be the ones to get the Baron. They can even reset here. Ocean Dragon has 10 seconds left on it, but with Baron empowered recalls, you get to immediately zoom back to the fountain, spend your cash, and get out to contest the third dragon as well. Look at that pincer. The Trundle Pillar locks them in.
Yeah, that
Nautilus ultimate
Wiggly has been on point with the Trundle pillars,
with a big damage
and we've been on point with some of the flanks.
screwed in there.
Like
Yeah, he's gone, bro.
Pobelter's TP plays have been great, and we've been good with just like the pincer flanks, and it's been very good.
Immortals really kind of corral themselves.
So extremely well done there.
Bad spot there, and if we get back to live, that's going to be, I would assume, CLG also establishing their position after Baron empowered recalls.
And we took the
Dragons, they are
Ocean
simple.
Drake, so we're in
So
a
you don't
great
even have to
great
play
spot.
against
And
the
1-3-1
They were
right
easily
now
able to
is the right
reset
move.
out the Baron plus,
Or
acquiring Ocean Soul.
I don't know if 1-3-1 is, or rather the 4-1. Oh my God, Wiggly, don't die.
Turn things on their
Holy
head
shit.
here for CLG in the best kind of way, but let's see if they can keep it going strong all the way to the Nexus.
So, Ruin, you should just be taking that.
Baron power play, which is less than what killing
Like
Baron
everybody.
worth, so haven't done a whole lot yet.
Okay.
And we're gonna see if Immortals are able to punish before they can. Potluck with the flash of
Okay.
himself alive, but
Poe Belter.
the kill. Poe Belter in the back line here yet
And
again.
Ruin coming in with the immediate TP. Good work.
Every single fight, and Poe Belter is making sure that Alltech is seeing grayscale as soon as these 5v5s
Yeah.
break out. It's a 4 for 0.
I'm liking this Diana pick.
And they're on the victory march down bottom lane.
Back-to-back successful team fights for CLG.
Like,
the first one, Ruin gets a big flank on
Wiggly and
the
Smoothie have stepped up in this mid to late game quite a bit. And our flanks have been really good. And this is something we would have never seen last split. So a lot of the planning that's happening, and just so much of this is so good.
Man, they must have heard me saying that the Baron power play wasn't too impressive, because just like that, it goes from 1,400.
Yeah, we are in a very good position.
Lead becomes 7K. Let's take a look at the fight.
Okay, so top of your screen.
And you've got your tanks on top of, oh, and Potluck. Potluck messed that up, and you just stone plate immediately as Smoothie, and just, yeah, if he hits Stixay there, it's a completely different fight, probably. But, yeah, it would have been better for Immortals, but I think CLG still would have come out ahead.
Really close models right there, and I know Nautilus has a very big model.
Yeah.
But since Stixay was not the one to get kicked back, he got to live very easily. They turned the kill onto Potluck. Smoothie just pops his stone plate. He's happy to be in the fray in the middle as Nautilus doing his job, and they hooked him in.
Yeah, I mean, if he's the one who takes all the fire with that stone plate, hey, perfect, fantastic. Kick him 900 different times. It's exactly what CLG wants. Because Stixay on this misfortune, 10 out of 12 kill participation, still 0 deaths, maximum possible bounty, has
And he hasn't even played that well.
An absolute powerhouse in these team fights. And couple that with Poe Belter, who, as I said,
Poe Belter and Ruin have played much better. Stixay has gotten ultis that have been set up well by his teammates. That he couldn't screw up. So, but
knocking at the door with super minions flooding through bottom. They actually start channeling recalls, so it might be a reset and looking at the Ocean Soul. We're only in
we seem to know
25 seconds left on
like how we want to play this more mid game, mid and late game. It seems like a competent team, but the early game, like our laning is okay, but just those first couple of plays, just we don't know what to do, and it's bad. Yeah, and we can get Ocean Soul here.
For Immortals to get out of this one okay. But then again, last game we saw Team Liquid in a situation where they were under the threat of potentially giving away an Ocean Soul. They ended up finding a play around the Baron pin. They gave them the Baron and stopped the Soul stacking for at least a moment. Of course, their opponents didn't get it shortly thereafter. But there's always an opportunity. There's always a chance. We saw it last game. Immortals might be able to do it here, but they're going to need some pretty sick wombo combo potential of their own.
But they just, there's a lot of stuff that has to go right for them. And the thing is, the CLG puts, they group up as 3 with the 2 tanks and Stixay, and then they put the two other champions to the side to flank.
They're going to do it at the Dragon, 5k health, Potluck looking for the steal. This is going to be the fight.
Potluck needs to stop this to remove the Ocean Soul.
Oh, and Stixay got it, and Stixay is gonna kill Potluck, and Pobelter and Ruin both or Pobelter didn't have to TP in, but just pop in and like this is over. Altec's dead.
All 5 CLG players, and now they're on to Soaz as well. He won't be able to stand even as.
And this is why I don't like Lee Sin. Well, he got ahead early. He's just useless later in the game.
The team fight for CLG,
And Pobelter's just busy ending the
that
game.
has got to be the game for CLG.
Yep,
So,
back-to-back team fight victories.
this gives me a little bit of hope, because we seem to know what to do when team fighting.
First set to a victory here against the Mortals in under
We-
35 minutes.
We had some positives here.
Back here on the last game of week number 1. Game
We had some positives,
this summer
and once we got past like 25 minutes,
ugly. And then they
we looked dangerous because we were down like 4,000 gold. Then, you know, we started making some plays,
some good initiation.
and from the people that need to really step up, in Wiggly and Smoothie, and things were just looking good in general later on. I like using the tower as bait to get that. That was very smart.
They had a
Um,
terrible spring, they had a terrible opener, but again,
and
you have to start somewhere. Really good,
So if we can
for them.
really clean up that like lane communication and
At the same time, for Immortals,
slowing down early plays against us and not letting that snowball against us,
thing just unraveled a bit.
that will be
As they got
very
towards
big.
that point where Pobelter was able to dive onto Altec, kill him every single
So
time.
if we can learn how to slow those down,
Came out on top. So we'll see
we
if they're able to
can
continue
start to become something. But until we do that,
move forward. But after the break,
much like any other better
Floodlight
team,
breakdown, where they will
the majority of teams would have beaten us before we got the opportunity to just turn things around like that. So, and we just need to clean up those mechanical misplays quite a bit. Those mechanical misplays were bad and cost us a lot early, and they did last game as well, and could have made things a lot better. So overall, like a lot of the same issues that we had game 1, we just didn't let them snowball as hard, and Immortals is not good enough to snowball them as hard so that we could get back on our feet. So we have work to do, but there is promise in this team if we can get past the really, really weak parts of our game, because our team fighting was really, really solid.